You're listening to Small Business in Small Bites, a podcast designed to help you better understand your customers, your business, and even yourself one easily digestible idea at a time. Now here's John Preston.
Today I want to take a moment to talk about a concept that most people never take into consideration when they're trying to decide what advertising avenues to approach. The fact that in some cases, in fact in many cases, where your ad is being seen is more important than what the ad actually says in terms of building a brand. To demonstrate this, I want to ask a simple question. What is the most American beer? I've posed this question to probably 100 different people over the last few years, and every single one of them has either said Budweiser or admitted that Budweiser was the one they thought of first, but they were too much of a beer snob to answer that. Every single one. So why is it that 100 out of 100 people in the United States will say Budweiser is the most American beer? Now, when I ask them this question, they'll always say a couple things. The first one is, it's a red, white, and blue can. No, it's not. It's a blue and red can. There's nothing inherently American about the color of its can. And then they'll say, it's because they advertise all the time. And I'm like, yes, you're right. But let's think a little bit about their ad campaigns. Their most recent campaign that they've had for the last several years is all about the medieval castle out there, the whole Dilly Dilly campaign. Do you know how many medieval castles there are in the United States? Exactly 0. So there is nothing inherently American about that entire ad campaign. Let's think of the classic Clydesdales. The Clydesdales are a European horse, and those commercials could have been shot anywhere in the world. There's nothing inherently American about them. The old Budweiser frogs, the Budweiser, that swamp could have been in the Congo for all we know. So why is it when none of their commercials, or the vast majority of them at least, say nothing about America? Why is it that 100 out of 100 people will say Budweiser is the most American beer? And the reason is simple. They advertise to the consumer at times when the consumer is feeling most American. Think about where you see Budweiser commercials. You see them at NASCAR events. You see them at NFL football games, at Major League Baseball games. You see them all over the place at the Super Bowl, because the Super Bowl is the most prototype American event. It's when we're feeling patriotic and proud to be an American. Because Budweiser, Anheuser-Busch, knows that if they put their message in front of us at the moment when we're feeling very American, that we will attach that emotion to their business. And that's why they know that if they do that we will think of them as the most American beer and we'll buy more Budweisers. It's just as simple as that. We, as human beings, like to do business with companies that share our values. When they put their message in front of us, when we are feeling most American, we will attach that to their business and thereby respond by buying their product. So when you're thinking about building your brand and you're wondering where you should advertise, take into account what people are feeling when they see that ad. If they're feeling good about their community, then they're going to feel good about your business for being a part of it. People like to do business with companies that share their values. And often, where you advertise and how you advertise have more of an impact on building your brand than what your message actually says in your advertisement. In the next episode, we're going to take a closer look at the difference between advertising and sponsorships. Because sponsorships are really the way that you focus on making people see that you share their values.